So we will present, and looks like we jumped in a little bit early, but good morning, delegates. Thank you so much um, for being here at our opening ceremony. We're very excited to have y'all at Pre-Ledge. Today is the start of the YAG season. We've got a full slate ahead of you. Just to give you a run of the show for this opening ceremony today, I'll start off with some opening notes. We'll pass it on over to our YMCA director, and then you'll hear from your your youth governor and your lieutenant governor, and then you'll get an introduction to the gubernatorial candidates for the 2025 session. And so when I think back about where we YAG has come and to start through here, many of y'all have started conference or started pre-led YAG and CE in a sort of a virtual setting. And we're coming to you in a virtual setting today. But the growth that we've seen from out of COVID into in person and then now fully within a hybrid setting has been nothing but remarkable. And we have to thank the officers, the alumni, and yourselves for leaning into it today. Whether you're a first year delegate or you're a seasoned veteran, I want to take the time to welcome you back, to welcome you home, and to welcome you to an opportunity to do things you've never done. And so my challenge for you today is to lean into the youth and government experience, to lean into CE, and to lean into being who you can become. Because in order to do something you've never, or rather to get something you never had, you need to do something you've never done. And you'll hear from a number of different folks today in your committees, as well as through in this live stream. You'll have the opportunity to really have that opportunity to be comfortable being uncomfortable and actually make friends in a way that you've never done before. And so that is what youth and government is all about. It's about civic engagement, it's about advocacy, and it's about empowerment. And so as you go into these conversations, don't be afraid to lean into what you might feel uncomfortable, but really lean in again to who you can become. And so at this point, I want to pass it over to our director, Lindsay Doyle, who is here on behalf of the Y, for a number of notes about how you can, an expectation setting for the youth and government season, as well as the pre-let session today.
Good morning, everyone. Very, very happy to be here this morning with you all. So as Dimitri said, my name is Lindsay Doyle. I am the YMCA's Director of Civic Engagement. My face may be semi-familiar to you if you also participate in our Model UN program. Dimitri and I should have compared notes because one of my opening lines is, it's incredible to see how quickly this program grew over the course of the year. But it really, really is amazing. And a lot of the credit goes to you all. I have had so many delegates reach out to me on their own, reach out to the team wanting to participate in youth and government. We had 270 of you all in 2023, and we're expecting 400 for the conference this year. So it really, really is just so amazing. Before we do begin, I want to quickly review the YMCA's core values. So these values are the foundation of our civic engagement programs, and we do really expect all delegates to adhere to them at all times. So these are honesty, responsibility, caring, and respect. For YAG in particular, honesty looks like admitting mistakes and keeping the promises that you made to yourself, your delegation, and all of your fellow delegates at the conference and during pre-ledge. Especially for responsibility, it's making sure that you are prepared and on time for all meetings and sessions that you are a part of. Caring, helping your fellow delegates, listening to what others have to say. Perhaps the most important is respect. Listening to opinions that may be different than yours and speaking politely to each other. You know, that of course has a lot to do with your interactions with your fellow delegates, but even more important, possibly, is the respect for your advisors and the YAG staff and all of the adults that you see here on the pre-ledge session and at conference. The vast majority of your advisors and your chaperones and the youth and government staff that you see, they choose to be here on their own free time to support you and support this program. So respect for them and respect for your fellow delegates is possibly one of the most important core values that we expect from all of you today. But we know that you'll be able to hold all of those to the highest standards. We have absolutely no doubt, but we just wanted to make sure we chatted with all of you about them first. So, with that being said, I am so happy to see you all, and I know that you'll have an incredible youth and government experience throughout the day today, and then in just a few short weeks, it is coming very quickly. Conference. Okay, thank you, Dimitri.
Thank you, Lindsay. I'd appreciate that. I'm also realizing I never introduced myself. I was so excited to start off this meeting in this opening ceremony. To the folks who don't know me, my name is Dimitri Henry. I was YAG class of 2015, nearly a decade ago. I still remember who I was when I first started youth in government, and it has been such an important part of my life. And it's something I keep coming back. So it is certainly something that I'm very proud to be a part of. And so for folks who are here, being as the volunteer program director has been one of the most rewarding components of my personal life, and I'm glad I get to share that with you. Um, Part of the reason why it's been such a privilege to be in this volunteer capacity is because I got to work the entire past year with two incredible people specifically, and that is your lieutenant governor as well as your governor Anoki as well as Zoe. And so at this point, I'm going to pass it over to them to give it to a few words. And without further ado, your lieutenant governor.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anoki Patel, and I have the honor and privilege to serve as your Lieutenant Governor for this year. Our entire officer corps has been working around the clock to prepare for this pre-legislative session and conference. I and everyone else are so excited to see all of our hard work come together for this YAG season. And so a big shout out and thank you to our officers, our staffers, even Zoe and myself included, for the work for this upcoming YAG season. But I'm really excited for today, and I'm excited for all of you guys to get into it. Yeah, so I'm going to turn it over to our governor, Zoe Jenkins-Hiscox.
Hi, delegates. My name is Zoe Jenkins-Hiscox, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as your youth governor this year. Pre-Leg marks the beginning of your YAG journey. Whether this is your first or your last year, everyone starts a new civic engagement chapter at Pre-Leg. So today, please take the virtual time you have to ask as many questions as possible and get to know your officers and fellow delegates. Today is about giving you the information you need to succeed when we finally meet at conference in April. There are truly so many ways to get involved this upcoming month. Please be sure to sign up for our peer-to-peer mentorship program, crisis co-op, bill sharing groups, office hours with your chair, and of course, keep sending in those points for our delegation challenge. YAG season is one of our favorite times of the year. It's exciting and always seems to keep us on our toes. There is so much to look forward to, and today is only the beginning. If you're nervous, that's totally okay. I was too when I was the first year. I can tell you that the conference is much more exciting than nerve-wracking. Today is the beginning of a month-long civic engagement journey, so please take it all in because I promise you it'll be over in the blink of an eye. Thank you, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon.
Great. Thank you so much to the Govs. Like I said, it's been a privilege to work with you over the past, 11 months. And hopefully, this next month will be our highest challenge, which we'll be more than happy to take on. Now, I know it seems like you may have just met your lieutenant governor and governor for this year, but now you'll have an opportunity to meet the candidates who are running for governor of next year. What Zoe and Anoki didn't mention is all the hard work that they've put in to make sure that the delegate experience is to its highest degree for delegates this year at this year's conference. And now the candidates who are running this year, 6 in total, are charged with the same challenge for next year as well. So it'll be up to you, the delegates, to determine when we vote for through a primary and then ultimately the final voting during conference this year about who you feel can best represent the youth and governor youth in government for New Jersey to the best of their ability in a way that can benefit the entire conference. And so we'll be introducing in reverse alphabetical order for these introductions. All candidates will have 75 seconds to introduce themselves, as well as say a few words. And then after then, we will have a couple of closing remarks, and then you'll be dismissed to your committees. So our first candidate coming from the Montgomery delegation is Arvind Vijay.
Hello, delegates. Let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible responsibility that YAG has presented us with. It's not just about legislation and research, it's about building connections. YAG gives us the chance to connect with our community on a deeper level. And it's not just about the bills that we pass here, but the friendships that we make along the way. I know that sounds cliche. I've discovered that the bonds formed here are just as important as the laws that we're constantly debating about. It's a chance to understand society on a deeper level. Last year, I worked on a bill that delved into housing economics, and I can confidently say I learned more than I'd ever thought I'd need to know. But that's the beauty of it. Gaining knowledge is never a bad thing. Think about it. YAG is one of the greatest opportunities we've been given. It's more than just a conference. It's an opportunity to seize so many chances here. From speaking for the first time to running for officer, every step you take is a step towards both improving yourself and improving YAG. Now, the 4 core values are, as Lindsay said earlier, are some of the most important parts of YAG. The one that has always resonated the most with me is respect. Respect forms the foundation for the other 3, caring, honesty, and responsibility. Demonstrating responsibility is about both respecting your own integrity and the trust placed in you by others. Caring for others shows respect for their emotions, and being honest is a mark of respect for both others and yourself. As delegates in this privileged position, it is our responsibility to embrace every opportunity, big or small, whether it's that nervous first speech or the decision to run for an officer position. Each step we take is a contribution to improving YAG. So delegates, I encourage you to seize every opportunity and to vote me as your 2025 youth governor so I can give you more opportunities. Thank you, Dimitri.
Thank you, Arvind. Up next, we have Gurkirat Singh from the St. Joe's delegation. You have 75 seconds as soon as you become spotlighted.
Never put off tomorrow what can be done today. Once said a mentor, a man with wisdom, Sensei Wu. His suggestion of proactiveness and responsibility, a cardinal trait, has been a true definition of my life. Responsibility for finishing that last history assignment, going out for that 10-mile run each week, making sure I have breakfast to eat each morning. They're all prevalent in my life. Other central traits like caring, honesty, and respect are all built upon this core pillar of responsibility. I always think of YAG as a simulation of responsibility. You have to be responsible as a program delegate and act as a responsible mock New Jersey legislator before and during conference weekend. Despite the serious setting and tone that is often assumed with such a program, it's given me enjoyable moments and vivid memories that I will carry for years to come. From my first time walking into the wrong committee room as a freshman, to getting my bill passed by the youth governor for the first time, then serving as an officer for 2 years, YAG has developed who I am. This program has been one of the best parts of my life since I was 14. I want to help make it the best part of yours. Thank you. I'm Gurkirat Singh, and vote me for your 2025 youth governor.
Thank you. And then next we have Nitty Reddy from the Hunterdon Central delegation. You'll have 75 seconds once you're spotlighted, and feel free to start when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Nidhi Reddy, and I'm running to be your 2025 Youth Governor. I'm a junior at Hunterdon Central Delegation, and this is my 3rd year in youth and government and my 1st year as an officer. I will be chairing Wilson Sustainability this year, and I'm so excited to meet all of you at Pre-Ledge. Our campaign is created around connection, outreach, equity, and growth. This past week, I've been working with delegates to see what changes that they want to implement in this program, and I have going to be that voice for them. I will empower delegates. I will make sure their voice is heard. And this program is something that I love, and I want to make sure that they love it just as much. As Ruth Bader Ginsburg once said, fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. So I hope that you will support me in this election. I am sure that all of you know the movie Cars and Doc Hudson, who once said, these are good folks around here who care about one another, and I don't want them counting on someone that they can't count on. I will prove to you all that I am someone that you can count on. So if you are ready to grow as a delegate and to connect with people and grow as a person, then vote Nidhi Reddy and get ready for a great YAG experience.
Thank you, Nidhi. And following is James Meister from the Somerville delegation. You'll have 75 seconds once you are spotlighted.
Jump for joy to enjoy a jubilant YAG. Good morning, everyone. My name is James Meister, and I'm running to be your youth governor this upcoming YAG season, as well as my Lieutenant Governor, Janitha. I'm a junior from Somerville High School. Youth in government has impacted hundreds of New Jersey delegates, including myself, through fostering an environment of profound leaders. This program strengthens our abilities to voice our minds with confidence, collaborating with a community of passionate young individuals. This is the light of the program. As your 2025 governors, we will work around the clock to illuminate New Jersey YAG by bringing forward bill research guides to aid delegates in preparing for conference, the State of the Union to increase transparency between delegates and officers, and finally, an emergency response committee to allow for a more immersive YAG experience. These initiatives can only be done with your support. So check out our Instagram at James and Janitha for Gov, or for more information. We look forward to meeting everyone this upcoming YAG season. Let's jump for joy because James and Janitha will bring you a jubilant YAG. Thank you so much.
Thank you, James. And next we have, if I can find my cursor, we'll follow it up. We have Zane Jabber from the Monroe delegation. You have 75 seconds once you have been spotlighted.
All it takes is one smile, one compliment, one message of reassurance or support, a small collection of seemingly insignificant acts that stick with someone. I'm here today as a result of all the small acts of support that have empowered me through my past 2 years in this program and told me that my voice matters. It's my participation in this program that has given me the foundation to show you all the impact you are making just by being here, and the impact you can make when you are shown the power of your voice. YAG to me means community. It means acceptance and leadership and an opportunity to challenge yourself and grow. My name is Zane Jabber, and I'm running to be your youth governor, along with my lieutenant, Mayuri Rajakaruna, for you, because we care about this conference, about the success of this conference, and about your success. We believe in your potential and our potential when we come together to make an impact. I want to create a conference that instills in you the lessons, experiences, and connections that you can carry with you beyond the 3 days of conference and apply in every aspect of your life. As you enter into your committees, I want to leave you with this quote: feel the fear and do it anyway. Vote Zay and May all the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Zane. And to round us out, we have Matthew Basili from the Monroe delegation. You'll have 75 seconds when you are spotlighted.
Hello, delegates. I am Matthew Basili, and I'm a junior from Monroe Township High School. To me, youth in government is one of the only places where we can express our opinions and be heard. It's one of the few places where we can talk about issues that matter in society and have people care about what we're talking about and actually listen. I resonate most with the Y core value of caring. It's important to know that someone cares about you, even if it's something insignificant like spirit fingers. And your ideas in order to succeed in and outside of conference, giving you the confidence and support you need to move forward. We want to show all the delegates that we care by taking your constant feedback about everything about YAG, before, during, and after conference. One of the main aspects of this program is advocacy, where we aim to make changes to improve the state of New Jersey by advocating for it. We should be doing the same within the program itself. You should vote Matthew and Subash as your 2025 governors to make sure that your voices are heard and your input is taken. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. And delegates, now you've seen that there are, 6 well-qualified candidates running, and it'll be up to you throughout the YAG season to learn more about them, engage with them, and make your decision as you vote for your 2025 youth governor at conference this year. But want to emphasize again that the core values are the most important parts of being a delegate. And it is of the utmost and paramount responsibility for you to uphold that as you've signed code of conducts throughout the year, in order to come to the actual conference as well. But without further ado, again, I'm very excited for you to start the YAG season. A quick reminder for y'all. Within your Google Classrooms, you have a pre-leg packet that was put together by the editors-in-chief of press this year. They spent a lot of time on it, and it gives you the complete rundown of the YAG season and what you can expect. So feel free to join your Google Classrooms at this time and to view that package as you go into your committee. Committee starts at 10 a.m. sharp, so please be on time, please be present, and please go be great. Thank you so much, and have a great pre-legislative